Good morning. I'm having a productive but stressful Sunday morning. So finally got around to the kitchen cupboard doors. So there we go. That's what they look like. Got a bit of issue with this one. It needs to be sanded a tiny bit, which is a pity because that side was painted, but was to be expected. The holes are not exactly the same size, and by the time you put the hinges in, it moves a little bit. That's there. That needs to be I need to put a stopper on this one because all the other ones have the shelves and they measure it the way that they stop the door, where this one doesn't have shelves inside of it yet. And so I'm going to put some sort of stopper in there because the gas bottle is in there. And then, now I'm working on this side. That's the next one going in. I'm using kind of T-hinges because as I said before, the cellular concrete likes to crack a lot if it's on the edges of it. So I have to get the holes very far in. And I know it's not ideal to put on the jam side of the door, the thing, but I got very good screws and these brackets are pretty hardcore, so they should last years to come. And used to tinkering, so if something goes wrong, then we figure out something else. So that's that one next, and then double doors on this one. And then we're gonna start looking at the drawers. I am made of sticks and stones. You can't replace flesh and bone. When I grow old, I still have soul. So this is the cupboard door situation at the moment. This is going to be drawers, so they're still waiting to be done. On this side is drawers are done, and this side drawers are done. I am going to do a little door for here, and that's another one we have to just get the material for. And this one here is going to get a door as well eventually, but again we need to get material for them. But yeah, the day kind of ran away. In the morning I got all this done and I got the stove cleaned, which is a once every 5 days kind of job. And then we went to Leroy Merlin to get some material for bookshelves. Fortunately, the cutting section is closed on Sundays, so we couldn't get that, but we got a lot of lights and stuff. So we have plenty of stuff to work on at the moment. So what do you think of the cupboard drawers? Good morning, world. We're already in full swing here. Today's task is the drawers. Let's see how this goes. By the way, it's a glorious day out there. Okay, the first drawer, the sliders are attached to the wall already, but not to the drawer itself. I'm gonna make little slithers to go along both sides of it. I left it a little bit narrower because I didn't want it to be too tight, because I knew it was easier to add those slithers in later on than, go straight through it. But it's looking good so far. I'm kind of nervous. It's the two things I'm being most nervous about is the drawers and the doors. Not making them, but actually installing them. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. So I need to go and cut the slithers from a piece of plywood. Okay, that's into the first drawer. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, a bit of an interruption in the installing of the cabinets. Chanel, you're on the way. She found some screws that she wants to play with or something. I don't know. Oh, pen. You can play with that. There we go. Back to work. Chanel, you're not on the way at all. Not at all. Could you go and lick yourself somewhere else? Please? You're so damn adorable. Okay, 2 out of 3 done. Third one, I'm gonna put the box in there after lunch. But the top part of it, the cover front of it is still under construction. It's in the. I cut it in pieces today and it's ready to go. So it's glued and I just have to fill it, which I'll probably do after lunch. Then give it a couple of coats of paint and then that can go in. Hopefully I can get it in tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow. It should be done. So that's starting to look like it's there. Okay, now I'm on lunch duty. Okay, that's the last cupboard front. This one's the top one, and you know the trim that I had. It's the trim is about 7 centimeters, and this cupboard door is actually like 14, so it wouldn't have worked at all. So I went and looked at what they do in a professional settings, the similar kind of designs, and that's what they do. Just put a blank one. So that's what I'm gonna do. It was a little bit skinnier, so I had to cut some extra bits underneath it and make it the right thickness. But that's all done, and now it's painted. That's the first coat. I'll probably give it another coat, maybe even tonight. But if not, first thing tomorrow morning, and then hopefully tomorrow I can mount it up. And then that is the drawers done. Yeah. Then, after the drawers, tonight, we're going to Leroy Merlin. We were there yesterday looking to get some wood cut. So basically, our search for the bookshelves has come to the point that pretty much all the options that came up with, either we didn't like them. A lot of the MGF stuff, they were really disappointing quality, which is one of the reasons why I did the wardrobes myself. Now, you know, I'm not recommending them, but IKEA does a good stuff for that kind of stuff, and IKEA knows how to make most out of MDF and make it like kind of a strong enough quality. But some of the places that I went to, the quality was just so bad that we wouldn't even touch them. We found potentially ones that were made out of wood, but they were a little bit on the dear side. Well, yeah, we could easily bought them, but we just kind of did our own maths and figured out that the original plan of me making them probably is the best option, and we can make them exactly the size again that we want. So that's where we're going to go get the cuts of the woods. Also, we do have our sliding doors have arrived into the Leroy Merlin in Macon. They're long. They're like 2.5 meters long, and there's 7 of them. So we have to figure out how we're going to get them back to here. We're probably going to try to put them in our car and just tie them up and leave the boot open. That's what the way most people here do. So, yep. So that's what's been going on today. So yeah, really good progress. I'm really happy that the cupboards are there. There's still kind of little adjustments here and there that I'm not 100% happy how everything is lined. There's one cupboard door that I need to do a bit of job on it. I have to see what's the best way of doing it, because you know, it's tempting to kind of just start do a little adjustments here and there, but I think the hinge has to be moved. And the problem is with moving the hinges that hinges attached to the cellular concrete, and if I had to move them in like a couple of millimeters or, you know, half a centimeter, it's just gonna crack. The hole's not gonna hold, so I'm gonna have to take it off, fill the hole with probably tile glue, and let it dry properly, and then drill new holes. So then that's the way it's gonna work. But overall it's looking really, really good. So we're gonna get the wood for the bookshelves, which is gonna be one of the things that we want to get done pretty soon. But we're really missing a proper dining table, and you know, we have this thing here waiting to be sanded. So hopefully that's going to be tomorrow. My next task is just to focus on that as much as I can. I mean, I honestly think in like one good day of sanding and sandblasting, if the sandblasting goes well, I have no idea, because last time it's just it's a bit tedious to get it done, but we'll try to get it done. And if the wind isn't blowing any horrible direction, and it isn't raining tomorrow, all those things that I need. So hopefully we get that done. The table, I'm really looking forward to seeing this table. That's seeing that in the dining room. It's just gonna be it's gonna change from having that kind of makey-uppy table that is there at the moment. And then yeah, the bookshelves, and then most of the stuff is done. Oh yeah, the chairs, we have to paint them. There's these chairs here at the back, we have to paint them, but it's a job, but it'll be quick enough. Looking forward to that actually, because we decided to do them, few of them different colors, and yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I think they're gonna look cool. Anyway, so I'll let this dry. I'm gonna go change my clothes, and I'm gonna head over to Leroy Merlin. So onwards and upwards. So that's the future bookshelf and a few other bits and bobs. Good night. Someday it will take me home. Be the lighthouse in a stormy night. Be the beacon and guiding light. Be the lighthouse standing on the shore. Guide me where I belong. That's my second coffee today. Already I had an omelette. She's chilling here. We're just back from Leroy Merlin. So last night we went to Leroy Merlin to get the stuff for the wardrobes. Believe it or not, this pile of stuff here is going to turn into a wardrobe. And I've got some few more bits for the last kitchen doors that needs to be done. And then this morning we had to go back again to get our sliding doors for the wardrobes. They're finally here, so that's great. There are no outside, so I have to put them in the garage or in the bedroom. I have to figure it out. So I think I might put them in the bedroom, because I think I'm going to get them done pretty soon. So priority right now is to get the kitchen doors finished, which is, you know, we're very close to it. Just missing one face of the doors. And then I need to do a door for here. And a little door for this hole here. After that's done, the priority is to get the kitchen table done and in here, because that's kind of important. And the priority is the bookshelves. I think the thing is that most of that I'm going to be doing the weather, like the kitchen table is going to need 2 different types of products on it, which means that there's time to dry in between. So in between I'm going to work on the kitchen chairs, and when they need to be drying, then I have an in-between time to start working on the wardrobes. Also, I do want to get the sliding doors in as soon as possible because that'll be a big job out of the way. I think we need still some wood for that though, some wood planks at the very top, but yeah, very close to it. So let's get on with it. Right, the last door is glued, ready to be filter sand and caulked. This is the front of the last cupboard, and this is the door for the little thing where the towels are hanging. So they're getting there as well. So now I'm changing gears back to this gorgeous old table that I want to restore. So, sanding, my favorite pastime, huh? Okay, fair bit of sanding done. Started with a belt sander, then I did an orbital sander 40 grade, and then went out to 80 grade. I'm gonna run it through 120, but I have to. I'm gonna leave that to the last because I want to do underneath. The legs are still to be done. There's a fair bit of cleaning to be done there, on the sides as well. I'm debating whether to flip it on its side because I put 2 blocks here and I was gonna flip it, but it is a heavy table. I don't want to really drop it as such. I have to kind of slowly drop it down, and I don't think I can do it on my own. I have to see if Natalie can help me with this one. But it's looking great. Cannot wait to get this into the dining room. What do you think? Okay, the table is sideways. I'm getting into sanding into the bottom side of it. Obviously the bottom side doesn't have to be like pristine because, you know, it's under the table. Well, only kids go under the table, so there you go. What else? Oh yeah, I had an idea for the last door, which is this is the door. I know it doesn't look like much of like a door, but it is a door for the narrow thing in the kitchen where the towels are hanging. And I had this spare bracket, so big bracket. So I think I'm going to make a kind of a drawer door out of it, so we can put some cleaning products into the same thing. So the bottom part of it is not a waste of. So that's that. I already installed the last door front, which is great. I'll show it to you later when I'm back in the house. This probably should be good to go to sand. So yeah, tinkering that a little bit, mainly just sanding and sanding more of the chairs. I got 2 done earlier on today, which is great. It was actually much easier with the orbital sander than I thought, so that's great. I'm gonna get another. Where's one? One's missing. One's gone missing. Anyway, so I have another 4 to go. So there it is. That's where it's missing. So yeah, let's get on sanding. Little by little, little by little. Still a long way to go. Got enough sanding for one day. So here's the drawers. You know, I'm kind of happy with them. And they're big. There's a lot of space in them to store. And I put magnets on all the doors as well, like door stopper magnets. Yeah, just there. So they stay closed nicely. The last door should arrive tomorrow, and that's the one I was talking about. Doing the drawer door. Yeah. Looking forward to see how that comes up. Yeah. I think it's time to clean some of this mess. I know there's a lot of chaos in the house, but you gotta celebrate little wins. You can see a floor here. And the kitchen is looking nice. Hopefully I get a new door there tomorrow. But we have a bar. We just need some bar stools. Where could one get some bar stools? Yeah, there's another box there. But that's still work in progress. Anyway, that's a wrap for today. Tuesday is done. Gonna put my PJs on, have a small snack, and then sleep for a few hours and then continue tomorrow. Alright, let's get this day started. More sanding, obviously. But first, I want to put a coat of paint on this door, on this bit here. So here we go. Oh yeah, some music. Another glorious morning here in the Belgium at the Deezer. I had a bit of a issue in the kitchen. There was a towel rack thing. The problem with it was that when I put it in, it was so narrow, the gap that I was working in, so I couldn't put a drill in there. So I had to take a short screwdriver and try to make as big holes as possible for it to attach to. And one of those hoses wasn't holding properly, so I had to fix that this morning. Much better now, and I'm going to continue with the kitchen table. So we're very, very close. I just need to do a little bit more sandblasting, which is not my favorite pastime at all. It is tedious. I think it's to do with the fact that this is like not, it doesn't have like storage where the stuff comes into it. You just put it in a bucket and put the hose into the bucket, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a pain in the hole, but I'm getting there. I'm close to it. A few more things to do, and then we can start putting product on this thing, which hopefully I can start hopefully by lunchtime, if all goes well. And once that's done, then need to let it dry. While it dries, I'm gonna hang one more cupboard door in the kitchen, and then I have the drawer door for where the towel rack is to do. I have all the material here, so I'll work on that afterwards. And then once the product is dry enough that you can put a varnish on it, which I don't know, it might have to be 24 hours until I can do that. Then it's tomorrow morning, but if not, hopefully I get it on tonight. And then tomorrow we could put a second layer of the varnish. And then tomorrow afternoon, the table could move into the house, which is the big thing. Then I have to sand these chairs as well still, so a lot of sanding. Story of my life lately. Okay, I'm putting the first coat, which is this stuff called Thunder, and I'm not joking, that translates literally to a hard bottom. So it is some sort of base coat that it's a primer for whatever you're going to put on it first, next, and it's going to fight against stains and any kind of marks if we spill stuff on it. And so I'm going to put this on first. Luckily this only takes 1 hour to dry. I already done the legs, now I'm doing the top, and then we're ready for the first coat of varnish. The sanding is done. It's not like well, the top is looking great, but I mean the legs, we didn't go like 100% perfectly varnished down to the wood grain. There's a little bit of stains of the old thing left there on purpose, because we want to also to show its age and a character a little bit. But I'm very happy how it's looking so far. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, I've been sanding chairs. 4 done, 2 more to go. Bit tedious, but one of those jobs, just get it over and done with, and then it's done. So we're not even trying to get them like perfectly clean, and we're not varnishing them or anything like that. They're going to be actually like either kind of whitewashed or painted. So we're going to try a few things. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but just get the surfaces clean and all that sort of stuff. The table is second coat of the undercoat, the hard bottom. It's there, and it's nearly dry. As soon as it's dry, I can put the varnish, which is this stuff. This one takes 8 hours to dry, so throw it on. Probably won't get to done. The next one tomorrow morning, and then after that it's supposed to be 24 hours before you actually use it. But yeah, we probably will move it into the house tomorrow evening or something like that, and then wake up in the morning, I should be ready to go. And we have a table. I'm really loving how it looks already, but we'll see what the varnish does to it. Right, that's the first coat of varnish. Drying up. See you in 8 hours. Okay, there she is. Good morning, by the way. That is the second and final coat. Now we need to let it dry, so basically 8 hours and it should be dry, and 24 hours and it should be ready to be used. But so we get close enough to the 8 hours. I'd say, you know, well after lunch we'll move it inside. But it is looking gorgeous. So this morning I had to clean the stove, and then we let Chanel out for a few minutes, like literally like 5 minutes, and she was already kind of trying to go and looking what's in the neighbor's yard. So that's you know, try to get her little by little used to our yard first, and before I let her go any further. And we'll put her out on the back, because on the front there is a road, so which she needs to learn to navigate herself sooner or later. But for now, we start with the easy tasks, you know. Right, so this beauty is done. So now I'm going to go inside. I have to grab some pellet bags as well, because we're out of them. And then I am going to start work on... I still have the one cupboard door that I haven't hung up. I meant to hang it up yesterday, but I haven't got up there yet. And then I'm going to start on the wardrobes. Not wardrobes. I only had one coffee this morning, so sorry. Then I'm going to start on the bookshelves. So there we go. Let's get cracking. We got some daffodils. And our beautiful composts. On a bad day. Okay, bookshelves. I've drilled all the holes on them, so they should be good to go. A couple of holes in the bottom ones, but they're be fine. And a couple of things I still have to figure out how I'm going to mount them, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it done. Onwards and upwards.
Can you tell JP got the sunburn on his head?
I was thinking of describing this piece of creation. I mean, there's no such a thing as perfection, but this is pretty damn good.
This is very red.
Okay, today's been a day of two large things. We've only got the bookshelf situation sorted. I ended up making this, and I'm actually pretty happy how it looks. So it's white MDF on the outside, and then wooden shelves, just to give it a bit of a natural look. We still haven't treated the wood, so we don't know yet when we're gonna stain it, oil it, or varnish it, or whatever. So that's one big win. And boy, is this a big win. Proper dining table. And she turned out absolutely gorgeous. The chairs still needs to be doing, but for now, we'll take this one. Today, it's been a good day. Good morning. Having my breakfast here and watching some YouTube. We let Chanel out for a little bit this morning again. Yesterday morning and this morning. She explored the surroundings, and when she got to the point that she was kind of trying to leave the yard, I decided to bring her back in, and now she's sulking. This is tough. Trying to let her explore as much as she wants, and then little by little, so that she doesn't disappear. But sooner or later it's gonna have to let her out and do her thing. Let's hope she comes back. Okay, this morning's task. I got the wardrobe doors in. This one needs to be adjusted. There's a color adjustment system at the bottom, so it's easy enough to do. I just have to find the right Allen key. This one here is a little bit bent. So I need to, because I don't know whether it's bent in a transport or whatever, but we're gonna put a bit of weight on it and see what happens. But yeah, it's looking good though. I mean, even that works as it is. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's looking good. Not bad at all. Okay, there's Natalie's office. Wardrobe doors done. I didn't have any big complications with these ones. They made it quite straightforward. A bit of a problem because they didn't beam. On the other room I used to beam to attach it to this one. I had to come up with another idea. And it was 247 centimeters long. So it was more than most of the pieces of lumber in a shop are 240. So, but I found one piece that was kind of 250 something, so I could cut it from that, and then I put a stronger piece on top of it to strengthen it. Then I put silicone to suck it into there, and then I found a way to put a screw inside the railing, just up there, so it's as strong as it can be. So that is done, and that was just talking about, I think this is the last thing that was on our list to do in this room. Obviously, apart from getting my stuff out of here. But that's when the caravan arrives. But wardrobe doors done. On another note, Chanel went out twice today to explore the neighbourhood. Came back at her own accord. We didn't have to supervise her. And now she's exhausted. Also, Natalie painted the whitewash on first chairs. I think it looks awesome. And she also went and got some fabric and foam. We're going to replace the existing tops on them and put a nice new ones on them. 5 more to go, and we're 2 more on the way. And so on Sunday we should get also bar stools. So comes again. Be the light I'm standing on the shore. Guide me where I belong. Guide me where